Hi friends, I'm Cheryl Butler, and you're listening to the Mighty Mommy's Quick and Dirty Tips podcast, which will help make your life as a parent a little bit easier and a lot more fun. Welcome! Today's episode is in honor of Mother's Day. Number 479, 6 products to help make motherhood a breeze because, quite frankly, we moms rock, and finding products that can make our job easier is always great. We're approaching one of the most celebrated holidays of the year, Mother's Day. Sunday, May 13th, is the day we pull out all the stops and we raise a toast to all the moms and mother figures that are so instrumental in raising and caring for millions of kids across the world. Motherhood is probably the toughest job you'll ever love and comes with many trials and tribulations, which require women across the globe to dig deep and give their families everything they've got, even on the days they don't have much to give. Sure, being a mom isn't always easy, but the love and joy our kids bring into our lives is definitely worth any of the hardships. In honor of Mother's Day, here are 6 products that can lighten the load and help make motherhood a breeze. 6 products that make motherhood easier. 1. The BuzzFeed Nifty Organizational Journal. 2. The Instant Pot. 3. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. 4. Tagalong Kids. 5. The TileMate Tracker. And 6. A washable keyboard. Here they are in closer detail. The BuzzFeed Nifty Organizational Journal. Long before I knew I'd be a writer, I was obsessed with notebooks and journals. Even as a little girl, my mother recalls how I had a collection of all things paper. I loved organizing my thoughts, school assignments, chores, and even play activities by lists in dozens of colorful pads and notebooks. Though the lists were helpful reminders, the challenge was that I had way too many of them happening at once. It became a full-time job to keep my journals in order. Journals that were supposed to keep me on task. All these years later, now a mom of 8 and a writer and a full-time development assistant, I couldn't imagine how I'd survive without my daily to-do lists. I am even more of a journal junkie now than I was years ago, and have been known to wander stationery stores for hours, leaving with an armful of journaling books in every shape, size, and form. I still have a fetish for paper and lists, but not long ago, I was introduced to the Queen Mother of Journals, the BuzzFeed Nifty Organizational Journal, which changed how I keep track of my busy life forever. What makes this journal so special? It's a combo of a diary, a planner, an activity book, and even has a guide of life hacks. Now I track my life in just one fantastic book, which definitely makes my busy life as a working mom more streamlined and simpler. Number 2, the Instant Pot. When I was a working gal without kids, I thought the best invention ever made was the crock pot. Just throw in a chicken, veggies, and some seasonings, and when I returned home after a long day, dinner was ready and waiting. I'm still a huge fan of the crock pot, but several years ago, I was introduced to the Instant Pot, and I've never looked back. One of the hot parenting trends for 2017 was the Instant Pot, and I totally agreed. Because this gem of an appliance can take on multiple cooking tasks, sharing home-cooked meals with your family is efficient and so much fun. As I referenced in my previous episode, it's a multi-cooker that does the job of a slow cooker, an electric pressure cooker, a rice cooker, a steamer, a yogurt maker, and a sauté browning pan, and a warming pot. It's a single appliance that does the job of 7 different kitchen appliances or tools and helps to speed up cooking by 2 to 6 times, which makes getting dinner on the table that much more doable. I use mine several times a week, and, best of all, my kids love to cook with it as well. Number 3, the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Motherhood is amazing, fast-paced, exasperating, funny, heartwarming, crazy, interesting, and messy. Add pets to the mix, and that mess triples. Raising a brood of 8 kids has certainly afforded me a wide variety of dirty messes to clean up after for the past 20 years. As a person who thrives in an orderly, tidy environment, I've spent countless hours trying dozens of cleaning products to keep our home fresh and sparkling. Okay, with 8 kids, maybe sparkling is a stretch. Hands down, one of the best products I have ever used is Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. After adding a little water and squeezing out the excess, this fantastic magic eraser is ready to go to work. Simply rub the eraser over the area or stains that need to be cleaned, and voila! They begin to lift almost immediately. This product keeps the grout in all our bathrooms looking brand new. It's the first cleaning tool my kids reach for, too, when they're helping me around the house. In my humble opinion, modern-day mothers should never be without one. Number 4. The Tag-Along Kids. For many years, I pushed a double stroller as I pulled a gaggle of kids along beside me. Whether I went shopping, to pediatrician appointments, the playground, the pharmacy, or just for a walk in the neighborhood, this was my norm for over a decade. Because I was flying solo for most of my outings, I prayed a lot that my toddlers and young walkers would stay close to the stroller and not stray off. Let me tell you, there were several close calls when one of my darling cherubs decided to leave my side and do a little investigating of their own, resulting in a few near panic attacks and the first of my many gray hairs. Today's moms don't have this problem if they get themselves the Tag-Along Kids. This clever gadget is a stroller handle that lets younger tots hold on while mom pushes the baby in the carriage. It's mom-invented and pure genius. Although the Tag-Along Kids wasn't around during my stroller days, I've seen it being used by moms and dads out and about, and the look of pride and independence on the young child's face who's holding it is priceless. Tip number 5, the Tile Mate Tracker. If you're like me, you've spent countless hours searching for misplaced items such as car keys, sunglasses, cell phones, and even your pocketbook. It's frustrating enough to scurry around your home looking for these items, but it never fails to happen when you're in a hurry to get your kid to his practice on time, or you have an early meeting at work, but you still have to drop your kids off at school along the way. Thanks to modern technology, we now have tracking device products available to stop the madness of going crazy looking for a lost item, especially those darn car keys. The one that I love is the Tile Mate Tracker. It easily attaches to items that you're prone to losing, and you can use your phone to make it ring so that you can find it. It's inexpensive compared to similar devices on the market. The battery life is about a year, but the Tile Mate Tracker is so affordable, so it's not going to break the bank to replace. Now, when my kids get their driver's license, they get a Tile Mate Tracker to go with them. None of us have any excuses anymore to scramble for keys. And the next tip, the washable keyboard. The best multitaskers I've ever met are fellow moms. We can cook dinner, fix boo-boos, pay bills, help with homework, and reply to a work email simultaneously, all without missing a beat. Speaking of replying to emails, as a writer and a mom, most of my multitasking is done with my computer close at hand. While I strive to enjoy as many family meals as possible, there are also plenty of times I'm on deadline or working on a project with a snack or a plate of food right beside me. A few crumbs here, a couple of missed spoonfuls there, and before I know it, my keyboard looks like a mini buffet. I used to rely on cans of compressed air to keep my keyboard up to snuff, but even that didn't always do the trick. That's not a problem any longer, however, because I recently got my hands on a washable keyboard. Yes, you can actually submerge it into a tub if you like, and now my keys are always like brand new. It's spill-proof and even dust-resistant. No more sticky keys and no more crumbs jammed under my space bar. The washable keyboard definitely makes my life as a writing mom cleaner and easier. What are your go-to products that make parenting easier? Share your thoughts in the comments section at quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy. Post your ideas on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page or email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com. If you have friends and family that would enjoy listening as well, I'd love it if you would share the link to this podcast and refer them to the website, which is www.quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy. Here you'll find hundreds of archived episodes covering a wide variety of parenting and family-related topics. Wishing all you amazing moms a very happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your families. Thanks for listening, and until next time, happy parenting.